Main menu. You'll start a new game by swiping right. To load a game you have previously started, swipe left. By swiping up, you can turn the help for the visually impaired on or off. By swiping down, you are now on the screen that allows you to purchase the full game. You can purchase the full game by swiping right for $4.99 US or the equivalent in your local currency. The payment is processed as a regular in-app purchase. To finish the purchase, you need to activate the talkback or voiceover function. By swiping left, you return to the main menu. Main menu. You'll start a new game by swiping right. To load a game you have previously started, swipe left. By swiping up, you can turn the help for the visually impaired on or off. By swiping down on the screen, you can purchase the full game. You can exit the game in the same way you exit any other application on your device. To act...
All right. Crime never sleeps, not even at Harbour Watch Inn. And if crime doesn't sleep, then neither do I. Oh. What happened? What's all the fuss about? Should I go downstairs or stay here and listen?
When was the last time you saw him?
In the room. I went to the bathroom, and when I came out, he was gone.
Has something happened?
Please, Miss Wells, help me. Please.
Adele, calm down. We'll sort it all out.
Can someone please tell me what's going on down here?
It's Hugo. He's just...
The Keswells can't find their son.
He's missing. Something must have happened to him. I feel it. I know it.
Maybe he's just hiding somewhere.
Hugo wouldn't do that. Please, Miss Wells. You're a police officer. Please help me find him. Please do something.
How does she know I'm a police officer? Should I ask her? I don't remember telling you I'm a police officer.
What?
Where did you get that from?
Excuse me. Our son's gone missing. Do you have to make this about yourself?
Just find our son. That's what I'm asking. I'm begging you.
But
what?
if I go after the boy, I'd risk exposing myself. But what if something's really happened to him? Should I help? Of course I'll help you.
Thank you.
Ethel, is it possible that the boy got out somehow?
That's impossible. I've been at reception the whole evening. He didn't pass through there.
In that case, he must still be at the hotel.
Unfortunately, I think you're right.
Unfortunately.
Miss Wells, do you remember why we had to check you into a different room?
What do you mean?
I mean, Hugo is probably hiding somewhere.
Please don't start with your ghost stories.
Oh, just please, why is everybody just standing there? Can you do something? He might be suffering right now while you're all talking.
Adele, calm down.
Hugo? Oh, darling, where are you? Somebody do something.
Calm down.
Hugo! Hugo!
Do not yell, Mrs. Keswell. He obviously does not hear.
Oh, just leave me alone! I need to find him! This is my son! Don't just stand there! Help me, someone! Hugo!
I need to calm Mrs. Keswell down. Gently or quickly.
Hugo! Hugo! Hugo, don't...
Mrs. Mrs. Keswell.
Where are you? Where are you? Where
Come
are
on.
you? I have to go.
Where?
I don't know. I just have to go. I have to do something. I I have to find him.
I'll go with you.
Calm down, please. I know you're worried, but everything is going to be okay. I need you to stay calm.
All right, Ed. All right.
Please, go back to your room. The same applies to you, Reverend.
As you wish.
Ethel, please lock the entrance to the hotel and inform the staff.
Right away, love.
Hugo will probably show up eventually and will come looking for you in your room. So don't leave the room under any circumstances.
But...
Is that clear?
Yes.
I'll personally check all the rooms and other areas in the hotel.
Thank you.
That's okay. It's my job, after all. Okay. Ethel has locked the entrance. All the guests are in their rooms. And I'm here. I guess I can forget about quietly getting out of here tomorrow without anyone remembering me. What have I got myself into? At least my head doesn't hurt that much anymore. There are 3 rooms on this floor. I'm guessing by the crying, the Keswells must be checked into room number 1. Detective Broderick said he was staying right next door, and the 3rd room must be the Reverend's. Has any of this got something to do with why I'm here? I can't imagine the drunk Reverend or the weepy mother inviting me here. But if it's neither of them, then who is it? I should check on the Keswells first. Find out how it all started. That doesn't sound pleasant. I should probably leave them alone and not just stand there and eavesdrop. But who knows what else I can find out about. Should I knock on the door, or just listen for a while?
Come in.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but...
Can't you leave us alone now?
Have you found him? Do you know anything?
I'm sorry, not yet. I need to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Yes, of course. Whatever you need.
Adele, but...
Oh, Richard. Please, go on.
When and where was the last time you saw your son?
How original.
Richard, stop it. About an hour ago, maybe 1.5. He was sitting on the bed here, reading, and I went to have a shower, and I couldn't have been gone long, maybe 10, 15 minutes. But when I came out of the bathroom, he was gone.
And where were you at that time, Mr. Keswell?
Down in the lobby.
Sitting at the bar.
Is it possible that Hugo went downstairs to look for you?
I would have seen him if he'd been there.
Oh, he wouldn't have just left the room like that.
So how come he's not here?
Just relax. Relax. Mrs. Keswell, you said that Hugo had been reading before you left.
Yes, he was just sitting here on the bed reading. Oh, my poor boy.
He must be a very smart boy if he can read already. How old is he? 5?
6. He turned 6 a few days ago. This holiday was supposed to be a gift for him as well.
I taught him how to read when he was 4. He didn't want to. Couldn't focus. But he finally got the hang of it.
That's amazing. What does he like to read?
Fairy tales and fantasy. He's still slow, but, he's still so small. He brought Alice in Wonderland here with him.
Really?
With all due respect, couldn't you just leave us the hell alone?
Richard, she's trying to help us.
By browsing through the books. What's the point of that? Wouldn't you like to know what we had for breakfast or something else that's so important?
Should I keep questioning the father or the mother? Mrs. Keswell, do you think the books could be connected with Hugo's disappearance somehow?
In what way?
He might have gone on an adventure to an unexplored part of the hotel.
No. There's no way. Hugo is a sensible, calm child. I've told him many times that the real world is nothing like the one in the books, and that he has to be careful. What will you tell me? What's so funny?
Jesus, The boy likes fairy tales, just like any other kid his age. I have no idea what we're talking about here.
Stop it!
It's all
Stop it.
nonsense.
Why do you think that?
What?
Why do you think it's all nonsense?
Miss Wells knows what she's doing.
Nothing's happened. If it was serious, I'd call the real police.
Oh, now you're crossing the line.
Hugo's probably sitting somewhere and stuffing himself with donuts.
What do you even know about him? You don't even care about him.
And you don't care about anything else.
I've had enough. Should I intervene or leave?
Well, excuse me, but
I
he's
don't
my
have
child.
time for
But you
this.
won't leave him alone for even a second.
And I leave him alone this one time, and this is how it ends.
I guess I won't find out anything interesting from the Keswells. But where to now? To the detective or the Reverend? Should I visit the detective or the Reverend? I'll go see Detective Broderick. Who knows? Maybe he'll help me with the search. What's that sound? Has he fallen asleep?
It wasn't me. Don't take photos
Is
of me.
he sleep-talking?
Go away.
I wonder what he's dreaming about. Should I knock or let him sleep? I don't have a choice. I'll wake him up.
What is it?
Sorry,
Oh, it's you, dear colleague. Oh, come on in then.
Thank you. I'm so sorry for waking you
No,
up.
it's not that. I wasn't sleeping. Would you like to have a glass of whiskey with me?
Now,
Why not? It's after
a
5.
child's gone missing here.
Oh, this thing.
I could use your help.
Well, but
But what?
I'm just in the middle of another case. More complicated, and it requires my utmost attention.
Another case? Aren't you on vacation?
Some crimes can never be dropped. You can do this on your own, Miss Wells.
Are you serious?
Please. Some kid is playing hide and seek with his parents. He has nowhere to go, and nothing can happen to him here.
Are you willing to take that chance?
No. I guess you're right. We should do something,
Thank
just
you.
to be sure. A missing child is kind of a big deal, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And that's a huge deal, an important one.
Well, yes.
I think the kidnapper.
A kidnapper.
Well, we always need to take the worst scenario into account.
All of a sudden.
So the kidnapper must certainly be someone who can rarely be seen. Maybe even the bartender. Apparently, he couldn't come because of the storm tonight. But what if he's hiding here somewhere? Or the chef? Have you seen him?
Not yet, but I've heard about him.
The guy's a real piece of work. I wouldn't be surprised if he was involved in this. Maybe both of them are behind this. That's also possible.
Why did I even come here? Is there any point to keep listening to him?
You know, dear colleague, you wouldn't believe how easy it is sometimes to find a murderer. Usually, it really is enough just to find the person who can't be seen. Take Glasgow, for example. A few years back, like 7 or 8, I was investigating a murder of an elderly lady. A real grandma, you could say. She was living alone. Her daughter-in-law was bringing her groceries once a week, and the landlady was dropping by from time to time for a blether, as we say in Glasgow. And you see, an ordinary policeman would lengthily and pointlessly interrogate those two poor women. After all, I'm not blaming anyone. The daughter-in-law was supposed to inherit. The landlady could rent the apartment to a better-off tenant. Those are strong motives, don't get me wrong. But I said to myself, watch out, not like this. You can't think about it like this. The landlady and the daughter-in-law, that's too easy, too obvious. They're both suspects. Both can be seen.
Right.
It couldn't have been them. Not them. Well, and I was right. I don't know how I got that idea, but I checked that old grandma's kitchen sink. And what would you think? A recently fixed sink trap. And I knew it right there. It was obvious. So I found out who was fixing the grandma's pipes, and I came across a plumber. Well, I shouldn't get into too much detail.
Yes.
Basically, after a 7-hour interrogation, he confessed that he had killed that poor old grandma. He's been sitting behind bars to this day and must be wondering, how could that Broderick have found out about me? But he'll never know. Nobody understands that. And it's that simple. Plumbers just cannot be seen. They come to you, you let them in, total strangers, into your apartment, and then they leave. Nobody notices them. And on top of that, they know the sewer systems.
Right.
They can get through the pipelines, and you won't even know they're there. And because they took a good look at your apartment,
I think
during
it'll
the
be better if I
previous
just
visit,
quietly
They know
disappear.
exactly where everything is. Where you sleep, where you keep your knives and the jewelry. Now, imagine.
Well, that was painful. I could go to the Reverend now, or just straight to the second floor. Should I go to the Reverend, or to the second floor? So, the Reverend. That's strange. I swear I could hear him a moment ago. Well, I'll go check the second floor for now. So, except for the room that I'm staying in, there are 2 other rooms. The mysterious and locked room number 5, and another room that I know nothing about. Where should I go? To the locked room number 5, or to the other room? Room number 5. The cursed room, full of ghosts and boogeymen, in desperate need of an exorcism. Well, I guess there is something intriguing about it. Maybe a curious little boy would want to see a ghost and go inside. Or was he afraid of the room and wanted to get as far away from it as possible? Okay, ghost room. Bring it on. Locked. What a surprise. And I can't just pry it open. The lock looks sturdy and I look too suspicious already. I don't think Hugo is here. Unless he's managed to get inside another way. But how? The child's gone missing. I don't have time to tiptoe around and waste my time with ghost stories. I need the keys, but the Reverend has them, and he's God knows where. Maybe if I try to...
What are you still doing here?
I'm looking for Mr. McCarthy.
What?
He's got the keys to this room.
I see.
Are you really drinking now?
And why not? Don't think about the Reverend. After all, he's a man of faith and a drunk. He wouldn't kidnap a child. Trust me, we should speak to the chef.
But I need to get into the locked room.
But why? You've said it yourself that it's locked.
Actually, you're right.
See? So calm down and come to the kitchen with me.
Look, that theory of yours is fascinating for sure, but...
No but. Let's go.
Could I at least stop by my room?
To the kitchen.
Broderick! Broderick! I've got more important things to do than look after him. But what if he does something stupid? And what if that chef really knows something about the boy? Should I follow him to the kitchen or go to my room? What an idiot. Whatever. I should search my room for Hugo as well. So, here's my room. The only room without a number and all the way at the end of the hallway. Hugo? Are you in here? No. No, of course you're not. I knew it. Everything's just as I left it. The envelope with evidence file number 111. I shouldn't just leave it lying around like this. I'd better take it with me. I can't see anything in the dark. God, this isn't gonna end well. These tires won't last much longer. Why haven't I just had them changed? I'm so stupid. Oh my God. Oh my God, someone's lying there. He's hit someone. God, he's hit someone. All of this can't be a coincidence. Someone's trying to scare me, okay? Someone's blackmailing me. I can live with that, sure. But kidnapping a child? Was it worth driving away back then? Oh. I should have stopped. I should have helped that boy. I shouldn't have let anyone blackmail me. Oh, God. Ah. Okay. That's enough. That's enough. I should go see Broderick in the kitchen. Who knows what that idiot is doing?
You'll either let me in, or I'll have you arrested for obstruction of justice.
What are you talking about? Mind your tone there as well, Sherlock.
You know exactly why I'm here.
Leave me alone, you tosser!
Then let me into the kitchen.
It's not allowed. There are regulations for that. Or do those things not apply to you?
This is an emergency, so step aside.
Stop now!
That's enough! What the hell is going on here?
I'd like to know that too.
Oh, come on, Wells. Our suspect here, Chef Thomas Rogers, is obstructing the investigation.
What?
And you are?
Chief Inspector Alice Wells.
Great. You're just the one I need. Take this bloke away or something. He's come in here, started yelling like crazy. He's trying to get into my kitchen. He's a nutter.
Don't listen to him, Wells. He's obstructing justice, and you know it. It's his word against ours.
Just be quiet.
Let's go.
Both of you.
You're right. Let's stop this nonsense and go to the kitchen, shall we?
Just leave me alone.
From now on, only speak when you're spoken to.
Ha! Typical cop. Why don't you take your power trip back to wherever you got that bleeding accent from?
Just calm down, Mr. Rogers.
My kitchen, my rules. I can say what I want and when I want.
Yes, of course you can.
For now. What were you doing today between 5 and 7 p.m.?
What's it to you?
Answer the questions.
Mum, please, what's his point?
Well,
Come on, Wells. The clock is ticking. We can either just stand here and chat or go to the kitchen and deal with this. Up and at 'em. It's up to you.
We could just stay here, but what if Broderick is right? We could just stay here, but what if Broderick is right?
Let's go, shall we?
You're right, Broderick. Let's go.
No, stay there! Oof! Look, that's enough, damn it! And now, two freaks. What's going on?
Let go of the door or...
Wrong answer! What about you, lady? You look more sensible. What you trying to do here?
Mr. Rogers, I do apologize.
See? We can talk like normal people.
We're just searching for a missing child. Well, the Kesswell's son has gone missing.
Oh, God. When?
You really don't know?
No what?
Don't lie.
Look, I'm not lying. I've been here all day, slaving in this kitchen. Nobody told me nothing. Mum, please, seriously, I'm not lying.
How come that you haven't heard anything? Poor Mrs. Caswell screamed all through this place.
Look, I don't know anything about any of this. I'm in the kitchen all the time. It's so loud in there, and then there's that storm raging outside. I really haven't heard anything. Trust me. Mum, you believe me, don't you?
Should I believe him or not? I'm not really convinced that you didn't hear those screams because of the storm. I could hear them all the way in my room.
Look, I swear, I've no idea. The freezer in the kitchen's humming. It's raining outside, and I just don't listen to whatever's going on around here.
And I've told the receptionist to inform all the staff.
Yeah, well, she's probably forgotten.
What a shame, huh? Such a shame.
Mr. Rogers, we're searching the entire hotel room by room. We need to check the kitchen as well.
All right. Come on in, then.
Okay, thank you.
Mum, please. Tell me the boy's gonna be okay. Tell me he's gonna be fine.
Should I comfort him? I really don't know. We don't have the time, Mr. Rogers, so we should carry on with our search.
Okay then. Sorry. Come in. This is our kitchen. Nothing special. 3 stoves, 2 ovens. I work here alone. You know, a lot of people used to visit this hotel. There used to be, well, 3 or 4 of us here. But now, especially in the off-season, I usually make, like, 5 or 10 portions for each meal, depending on the day and reservations. Most of that's for the staff. Otherwise, it's to order.
And what's that noise?
Central ventilation. I've been telling them it needs fixed for a while now. Still nothing.
Okay, now I understand why you couldn't hear Mrs. Kesswell.
And that you're grumpy all the time.
What?
Nothing.
It doesn't seem like a child could hide here.
I've told you so. It's pretty tight in here. I would have noticed it.
Make no mistake, dear colleague. You have to search in places you wouldn't normally think of checking. What about the oven?
Oh, please, there's nothing in there.
And what about the pot?
You can't be serious.
Broderick, what are you doing?
It's better to check everything.
Go ahead then, Sherlock. I'm making clam chowder in that for tomorrow.
Really hot. As it should be.
Mr. Rogers, and what about these 2 doors?
What?
These 2 doors.
Oh, one leads to the dry storage, and the other one to the walk-in freezers.
May I have a look inside, please?
If you wanna, but I'm telling you, nobody's there. Check the lobby, the rooms, the cellar, I don't know.
Keep your advice to yourself and open the door.
Fine. Where do you want to have a look?
Should I check the storage room or the walk-in freezer? Open the storage room!
Righto.
Can you see anything?
No, nothing. Just a couple of preserves, some canned goods.
What?
There's nothing in here!
Roger, turn the ventilator off. I can't hear a word. Haven't you heard? Turn it off.
I am, but I'm not going to do it.
Don't play with me.
The operating rule clearly states that the
God's
ventilation
sake,
must
please.
be on during the kitchen's operating hours.
I don't care about your rules. Just turn it off. I can't solve it like this.
As if you could solve anything.
What did you say?
Oh, you heard me.
For the last time, I'm ordering you to turn off the ventilation.
And for the last time, I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen.
Enough! We can't go on like this. You obviously won't stop arguing, so one of you needs to go.
But it's my kitchen.
My investigation.
Stop it! Who should I send away? The chef or the detective? Broderick, leave us alone for a moment.
What?
You heard.
Dear colleague.
Broderick, please!
Come on. This is my case. Give me 5 minutes, and I'll make him tell me things he doesn't even know.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
I admit maybe I'm a bit harsh, but you don't know this job as I do. That chef must be hiding something. We're this close.
Come on, you're drunk. You reek of it.
I've just had one drink, nothing more.
Just Calm down a little,
I'm fine.
please.
No, that can't be. You can't do this to me. This is my investigation, my big chance.
Just go to your room and sleep it off. You'll feel better in the morning.
I need to find that freaking child. Do you understand me? I have to find him.
I'll find him. Don't worry.
That won't help me. It has to be me. I finally have to prove that I can handle it, that I can do it. Oh, all right. It's like that. I'll find him myself. You'll see.
I think we can do without the ventilation now.
I'll have a look in the freezer. Could you open it, please?
Yeah, sure. So, nothing in there, right?
Nothing at all. No, just frozen meat.
Told you, the boy's not there.
And it's really cold. Mr. Rogers, look, you seem like a pretty normal guy. What was that all about?
That partner of yours started it.
He's not my partner. They say you're angry all the time. Why?
Well,
What's bothering you?
nothing.
Come on.
When I say it's nothing, then it's nothing. Why don't you all just leave me alone?
Where are you going?
I'm going out. I'm done with all this talking.
He's starting to get angry again. Should I keep questioning?
Everybody in this bloody hotel.
Mr. Rogers!
Go and do one.
Please wait!
And so can you.
I need your help.
Why would I do that?
But think about the child.
I don't care.
What if something has really happened to him?
But I don't know where he is.
Well, unlike me, you know a lot about this hotel.
Try checking the cellar.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Could you please take me there?
No.
Please.
Stop begging. I'm leaving.
You don't need to worry. You're not a suspect.
Look, that's not my point.
Then, what is?
I'm just not going to that cellar.
But why?
Because my wife died there.
I didn't know that. I apologize.
Viola was sick, you know. In her head. We used to live in that vacant room at the end of the hallway. There were leaks. It was cold in there. But we were doing just fine. I wanted to build a house for us. We were supposed to have kids, you know? Happy family. Everything was just fine. But one morning, I just didn't find her there.
I'm so sorry about that.
Ethel from reception will give you the cellar keys, but I'm not going there with you.
Great. Well done, Alice. All I wanted was to come here, hand over the evidence, and get out of here. I wish I could just go to my room, pack my bags, and get away from this place and all of these people. But that's not possible anymore. Not now. I can't leave until that little boy is found. Should I have another look around here? I should go to the reception and ask about the cellar. I don't want to spend another minute in this kitchen.
Mrs. Caswell, please go back to your room.
That's not happening. I'm not going to just sit here while Hugo is missing.
I'm sure Miss Wells will find him soon. You just need to calm down.
No, soon is not soon enough.
Dear, you're finally here.
Have you found Hugo? Have you got him? Where is he?
No, not yet.
Please. You have to find him.
Well, I have been thinking.
Yes, dear?
Ethel, you're supposed to have keys to the cellar.
Yes, sure, but what for?
What? Cellar keys?
Why would the boy go down to the cellar?
Well, we need to search every room.
What would he do there?
Maybe he was curious.
Yes, that's true. Well, we've all heard the terrible rumours.
Those are no rumours. Viola did
Mr. Rogers' wife.
So you already know.
But Hugo wouldn't.
Just calm down, Mrs. Caswell. Everything's going to be okay.
I can't calm down.
I understand.
I can't just sit and... I can't. I...
Ms. Washington, please give me the keys.
But you can't go there. It's not...
Please, this won't get us anywhere.
All right then, but don't come telling me I haven't warned you. This isn't about any regulation. Nobody should go down there. Just go down this hallway and turn right. There's a door at the end and you'll need to use this key.
Okay.
Then down there, under the stairs, there is another door and that's this key right here.
Okay.
But please, don't be down there for too long.
All right, thank you.
I'll go with you.
What?
Mrs. Caswell, please.
No, I have to.
That's not really a good idea.
I don't care. You can't stop me. Miss Wells, please take me with you.
Should I take her with me? I can't take you with me. What if you get hurt? Just wait here with Mrs. Washington. I'll be right back.
He's my son, and I've been waiting long enough. I know you're trying to help me. It's very thoughtful, but I really have to do this.
Is there really nothing I can say to convince you to stay in your room?
No.
Okay, Mrs. Caswell, you can come with me.
Thank you.
But you will stick with me, is that clear? You will do what I say when I say it.
Of course.
All right, let's go then. Cover your mouth and nose, Mrs. Caswell.
It smells awful here.
It's just mold. I'm sure they don't air it out much down here.
Hugo would certainly never...
The door downstairs.
Is something wrong?
Someone's already unlocked it. Stay with me, Mrs. Caswell.
Hugo? Hugo, are you there? I can't see anything.
There must be a switch here somewhere. But how are we supposed to find it in the dark?
Did you hear something?
Come on. I'll take you back upstairs. I'll come back here alone with a torch.
No, that's okay. I just... What was that? That sound. I know it's...
Mrs. Caswell, stick with me.
Ah!
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. It's just... that sound.
We need to go back to get some light. Give me your hand.
What was that?
That was the door we came in through.
What's happening?
Mrs. Caswell, don't be scared. The wind must have closed the door.
But that's Hugo. Hugo? Hugo, are you there?
Wait!
Hugo!
You don't know where you're...
Hugo!
Mrs. Caswell! Now what? I can't do much in the dark. But what if something happens to her? Should I go back to get a torch or look for Mrs. Caswell?
Hugo?
Mrs. Caswell! Stay where you are! I'll come back and bring a torch. Oh, you crazy woman. Wait till I come back! No. The door's stuck. Now what? Mrs. Caswell, are you okay? Should I go help her or try open this door? I need to go upstairs to get a torch. Hold on! Okay, Alice. Just like in training. Ah! Oh, my shoulder. I still have my legs. Damn it! Come on, you! Finally. I need a torch or something. don't have time! I don't have time! I don't have time! I don't have time! Sorry! Hello? I can barely see, even with the torch. What's going on here? This doesn't make any sense. This can't be real. I shouldn't have taken the pills. Mrs. Caswell, where are you?
I'm here! There's another room at the back!
I'm coming! Mrs. Caswell?
I'm here!
Mrs. Caswell! Can you please try to open the door?
I can't.
Damn it. Just wait, I'll get someone. Don't go anywhere. What's going on?
There's something in here! Help me!
Mrs. Caswell, what's in there? Mrs. Caswell! Hold on! Damn it! I have to open this door somehow. This door's just stuck. Someone must have locked it.
Oh, Alice, please!
Now what? I could try to shoot the lock. But what if I hurt Miss Caswell? Should I try open the lock, or should I shoot it? I don't have time to play with the lock. I wish I didn't hurt my hand. Mrs. Caswell!
Yes?
Step away from the door.
What?
Do you hear me? I'm going to shoot. Okay? 2 steps back. Relax. Just relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come to the hotel. Hand over the evidence. Save the child. Save yourself. There are just some things you can't control. Are you okay? What happened?
Somebody...
What's that in your hand?
It was hanging from the rope here.
Was that Hugo's?
It's his favourite toy. He's always running around the house with it and...
Mrs. Caswell, we should go.
Where is he?
I guess I should try to comfort her, but do I have the time for that? Come on, Mrs. Caswell, stop it.
What?
We don't have time for this now.
I'm sorry, I know.
If we want to find your son, we have to keep going.
But where? Where to?
There's one place I haven't been yet. The locked room upstairs.
Yes, I see.
Let's go.
Darling, hold on, just wait.
I need to get into that locked room upstairs. The Reverend has the keys. What else can I do?
It's raining cats and dogs outside. It won't do any good going out there now, Miss Wells.
Were you trying to stop Mr. McCarthy from leaving as well?
Of course I was. But he didn't let me talk him out of it. He said he had to go and did not wish to be disturbed, in the hotel's interest.
This is in the Caswell's interest.
That's nonsense. Hugo is just hiding somewhere. Mrs. Caswell, say something.
Be careful out there.
Oh, come on. You won't find the Reverend anyway. He's been gone for God knows how long.
This island's not that big.
Stop! Please don't go out there. The Reverend will certainly be back soon.
Why do you care about him so much?
I care about this hotel, dear. I want all of us to be happy and safe.
Then let me go out.
But
You'll either let me go get the keys, or I'm shooting the lock.
the storm...
Ethel, please. Take Mrs. Caswell to her room and look after her.
As you wish, darling. Let's go, Mrs. Caswell.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, I'm outside. Where could Mr. McCarthy possibly go? Am I supposed to search this whole island? Oh, I should hurry up. God, I can't see a thing. This rain is crazy. The road splits here. If I go to the left, I'll get further in the middle of the island. If I go right and down the hill, it leads to the pier where the ferry to the mainland leaves from. Should I go to the pier or further inland? Should I go to the pier or further inland? Damn it. Oh, God. Where am I? It's so high. I didn't even know there was such a big hill here. I can see the hotel down there. It's funny how ordinary and cozy it looks from up here. It was so warm in the lobby by the fireplace. Reverend! It's as if there was no one else on this whole island. Should I keep looking around here? Nothing. Just this tall grass. Wait, there's a bump here. There must be something here. Are those bricks? Foundations of a house. But who built it? And who tore it down? This is getting weirder and weirder. Didn't the chef say that he'd been building a house for himself and his wife? It doesn't matter now. I've been here for too long. I need to move on. Where am I? Wait. That's a church. Well, at least it used to be. It looks a little run down. That voice. It's the Reverend. So that's where he's been. But what is he doing here? And what's he saying? Should I go inside or wait to see what happens? Mr. McCarthy!
Oh, it's... hey, what are you doing here?
I'm wondering that myself. It's the middle of the night. Awful weather. What kind of man would leave the hotel right now?
No madman, maybe just a fool. You may laugh at me, but I always walk around in a storm. It brings me peace in a strange kind of way.
That's quite strange. It's almost hard to believe.
One can sometimes believe as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. Am I right, Alice?
If you think so.
Anyway, tell me, what are you doing in here in such bad weather? Were you, looking for me?
Truthfully? Yes, I was.
Is that so? But, well, you did not have to do that. I was going to head back soon.
Were you? What are you sitting on then?
Sitting?
I'm neither blind nor stupid, Mr. McCarthy. Why have you taken a suitcase for your nighttime stroll? Why did you want to leave?
I am scared.
Of what? Is there something you haven't told me?
What on earth?
Where's my son?
Mr. Caswell, what are you doing here?
You stay out of this.
It seems like we all needed a little air tonight, didn't we?
You'll be laughing on the other side of your face.
Mr. Caswell!
What are you
Where's
doing?
my son, you bastard?
What? I do not know.
Don't lie.
Mr. Caswell, calm down.
Hugo disappears, and the weirdest guy in the hotel just happens to sneak away. Where's my son?
That's enough.
You have no right to boss me around. You've promised to find Hugo, and nothing's happened. So you'll either help me get him to talk,
Alice, please.
or get out of
Stop
my way.
him. Arrest him. You cannot just let him do
Shut
this.
Now what? Should I stand up for Mr. Caswell or the Reverend? Now what? Should I stand up for Mr. Caswell or the Reverend?
Alice! Alice, please!
It would help you if you started to talk.
You heard her!
Don't make it harder on yourself than it already is.
How can you let this...
Tell us the truth. The end justifies the means.
Let me go. I'll talk. I will tell you everything. Just stop. I will never forget that, Alice.
You better start talking.
But I...
Who are you? What are you even doing here?
Okay, then. I'm not Reverend Timothy McCarthy. Reverend McCarthy doesn't exist. My real name is Patrick Graham. I'm an actor. Well, I don't even know if I'm an actor anymore. I was pretty successful at the local theater, but when I tried doing movies, my greatest achievement was doing a movie as an extra this one time. A reverend hanging around in a park. I didn't have a single line. The movie was awful. But when I was walking down the street in that robe, people treated me differently. They were smiling at me, letting me go first in line. It was amazing. As if I was someone else, I started wearing the clothes more often. I was getting used to it. Suddenly, I didn't care people didn't want me in their movies. I created my own character. Reverend Timothy McCarthy from America. After some time, I thought I could make some money out of it. So I started going around to haunted houses and hotels, where I was pretending to perform various rituals to cleanse those places. And that's how I got here.
And what have you done to my son?
Oh, come on, I don't know where your son is. I'm a liar, not a kidnapper.
I don't buy it.
It's true. What would I do to him?
Reverend... Patrick, wasn't it?
Yes.
Just tell us the whole truth.
This is the whole truth. Why would I do anything to a child? I'd only draw attention to myself.
I don't believe you.
No! No! Let go of me!
Mr. Graham! Patrick!
Leave me alone!
What have you done?
Me?
He's ran off with the key!
So what?
How am I supposed to... I'll have to break the door down now.
I don't care.
Of course you don't.
All I care about is Hugo.
And I'm trying to find him.
Are you? I feel like all you're trying to do is to look for some keys.
Because it's all connected.
How? How would Hugo get inside?
I don't know. But there's nowhere else he could be. I know it. I can feel it. There's something wrong with that room.
Nonsense.
I don't mean ghosts. That room. Room number 5. I was supposed to stay in there. Someone's brought me here and told me to go to that room. And then your son goes missing and so many other things happen. I know all of this just can't be a coincidence.
What's going to happen now?
I need to get back to the hotel and figure all of this out. I won't wait another minute.
What am I supposed to do?
I'll deal with you once I find Hugo. Come with me.
Okay, let's go.
Hello? Who is it?
Ethel?
Darling, is that you?
Yes, it's me and Mr. Caswell. Ethel, why is it so dark in here?
That's because of the storm. The lightning must have struck the power line. I was just about to get some candles and a torch. Wait, did you say Mr. Caswell? Where are you?
We're here, over by the door.
I'll be right over. Mr. Caswell, what are you doing here?
Well, you know.
You don't know?
What?
We met outside. He must have walked past you.
I don't remember anyone walking by.
She wasn't here when I left.
Maybe when I was taking poor Mrs. Caswell to her room.
How is she?
A bit better. I brought her something to calm her down.
Thank you.
But what were you doing outside, Mr. Caswell?
Well,
Did something happen, dear?
should I tell her the truth? The Reverend. You know,
Yes?
the Reverend will be back soon. He just wanted to take a little walk.
Really?
Really?
Yes, he told me to go upstairs and that he'd be back soon.
That's strange.
You know, he said he just wanted to pray for our son to be found soon.
I see. I understand that. And do you have any news about Hugo?
No, not yet. I need to check the locked room upstairs. Unfortunately, the Reverend has lost the key.
What?
Yes. Are you sure you don't have a spare one?
I'm afraid I don't, my dear. The Reverend had the spare key. The main one was already missing.
Oh, to hell with it.
What is it?
I really need to get into that room.
I understand, but what can I do?
We have to break the door down.
You what?
I'm sorry, but I have to get in. I'll be careful, I promise.
But you can't do that. I'll lose my job.
Ethel,
I can't allow you to damage our hotel. Oh, this poor hotel.
Damn it, this is about my son.
a missing child is more important than a damaged door.
Oh, Lord. Okay. I'll bring you a torch, dear. Just wait here.
Please, could you take Mr. Caswell with you and then take him to his room?
What?
And please give him something to eat. He needs it.
What are you doing?
Your hangover will thank me.
As you wish, darling.
Thank you very much.
Please, if you find anything.
Of course.
First a child goes missing, then a storm. Now they want to break down the bloody door. Greetings, ma'am. Welcome to the harbour.
What was that?
Just find our son. I'm begging.
Mrs. Caswell?
Find him, right?
It is the last.
Ethel!
Is it not?
Trust me, we should speak.
Who's there?
What are you doing here?
Oh, it is a terrible suffering indeed.
Who is it?
He's hanging from the rope. Here.
Where's my son?
Oh, how can he be driving so fast? I can't catch him in this piece of rubbish. I can barely see him. Oh, this isn't going to end well. These tires won't last much longer. Oh, why haven't I just had them changed? Oh, I'm so stupid. Stupid. What was that? Oh my God, someone's lying there. He's hit someone. God, he's hit someone. Oh, that's a child. It's a child. It's... Oh, God. What was that? Out there. It's a shadow. Or an animal. Alice, pull yourself together. You can't let that guy get away. You have to catch him. He can't get away with this. How could I have let that happen? Alice, calm down. Breathe in. Breathe out. The locked room number 5. What was that? It's coming from inside. Should I enter, or listen behind the door for a while?
The game is paused. To return to the story, swipe right on the screen. To go to the main menu, swipe left. To repeat the help, swipe main menu. You'll start a new game by swiping right. To load a game you have previously started,